Hey everybody, this is Chris with OpsHead here with some quick tips to improve your KD for someone who might be new to Black Ops 3 or the Call of Duty series in general. The first thing I'm going to talk about is slowing down. Black Ops 3 has a lot of awesome movement abilities. You can sprint forever, but you don't have to take advantage of these all the time. Use them in moderation. Resist the temptation to run everywhere. Be sure to check all your corners and be deliberate in your movements. If you don't have a reason to be sprinting, you shouldn't be sprinting. Whomever is more prepared for a gunfight will most often win that gunfight. So try to be that person as often as possible. Second thing is going to be pay attention to the minimap and where your teammates die. So the minimap's going to have little red dots whenever an enemy shoots their weapon or if you have a UAV or Hater up. So pay attention to that so that you know the general direction you can expect enemies to come from. On the same note, pay attention to these skulls that show up on your screen that shows you where teammates have died. Knowing that a teammate died in front of you or to your side will oftentimes give you the advantage you need to take out the enemy that killed your teammate. On the same token, to keep that awareness as high as possible, use your ears. Use the sound in this game. If you haven't already, go into your settings and turn on Super Crunch mode. It's going to make all the sounds that much louder and make it easier to hear people. If you want to get really aggressive with this, you can put on the awareness perk, which will allow you to hear people from a really long distance and will offset people using the dead silence perk as well. This can really give you an advantage because you can hear exactly where everybody is and you're never going to get stuck up on. The fourth thing is don't panic. You're going to run into gunfights that you're not prepared for. They're going to sneak up on you. When that happens, take the time to aim. Don't just hold down the button and fire blindly. Take the time to aim because whoever's the most accurate will win the gunfight. So be sure to take your time, hit those shots instead of firing blindly. Fifth thing is going to be use the movement abilities to your advantage. Don't just spam them because they're fun. They are fun. I like using them, but don't use them for no reason at all. When you use them, make sure you're doing so deliberately. So this means that you can slide around corners into those really tight situations to help get the drop on enemies. Or if you're out in the open, you can jump and strafe boost around that corner so you're not coming where they're expecting you from. You have a better chance at getting at them first. You can also wall run to get into interesting places, wall run over doorways. There's going to be a lot of awesome places when you get used to the movement where you use it deliberately and get massive advantages on your opponent. But don't just run around spamming it because that's going to let everybody know where you are as you show up on the minimap or they can hear you. And it will oftentimes put you in bad situations where you won't win gunfights as often. Sixth thing is going to be play to your advantages. So whatever build you have, make sure you're playing to get the most out of it. If you're running around with a submachine gun or a shotgun, stick to those close quarters areas. Don't go outside where there are longer sight lines and you're not going to have a big advantage. Instead, stay inside where you're coming around those tight corners and you're going to get the most out of your submachine gun or your shotgun. On the other side, if you're using an assault rifle or a sniper rifle, stay out of those close quarters areas. Stay to the outside of the map or wherever there's a big open sight lines so you can get the most out of that assault rifle and not have to worry so much about those close quarters engagements. To the same note, you may want to equip some weapons that will offset this. So you'll notice in the video you're watching I'm using the M8A7, but I also have the LCAR as a secondary, and I'm swapping between them liberally based on the situation I'm in. That way I can switch to the LCAR in those close quarter situations, so I'm always making sure I have the best chance I can at winning those gunfights. The seventh thing is make sure to use cover. There's a lot of things in this game where you can get behind them and head glitch or have obstacles in front of you. Use them as best as you can. Sometimes not getting hit is going to be more important than hitting the enemy. If you can just get a couple of shots off while the enemy's not hitting you because you're behind cover, because you're peeking around a wall or over a truck, that's going to go a long way to helping you win gunfights that you would otherwise lose. The eighth thing is only peek once. What I mean by that is if you're looking around a corner and you see an enemy and you shoot at them and they don't die, don't peek around that corner again because now they're going to be waiting on you and you're very likely going to lose that engagement. Instead, take that opportunity to retreat, heal up, maybe come around from a different flank or use your boost to get over it and come from an unexpected angle and turn that losing gunfight into a winning one. The ninth thing is going to be always be moving just a little bit. This means that even in a gunfight, try to be strafing left and right, try to be jumping up or something. That makes you a little bit harder to hit and makes it much less likely for an enemy to come around and flank you. To the same note, once you're in a gunfight, be sure to reposition so that no one will come up behind you. And the last tip we have is going to be prepared to adapt your playstyle. If you're trying something and it's not working, and you're getting killed and you're not getting a lot of kills, try something new. If that submachine gun isn't working out for you, maybe you should go ahead and try a shotgun, or maybe you should go to an assault rifle. Sometimes not every play style will work in every single match, and you want to have a couple of different classes available so that you can use whatever is going to be the best for that particular situation. Thank you very much. I really do hope this helped. This has been Chris with OpsHead, and we'll see you next time.